Welcome to Generational Wealth. In this video, we will discuss why 90% of Forex traders fail. Now, um, that percentage seems to just have gotten higher and higher over the years. And it might even be more than 90%, just because people are getting misled. Most traders are getting misled. And it's crazy because, I guess I'm the type of thinker, more of a conspiracy thinker, where I have to find out the information for myself. Um, and that goes with everything I learn. Um, I don't believe no one until I figure it out myself. You can't just tell me that the sky is green without me actually going to go outside and look at the sky myself and confirm that it's green. Like, that's where most traders are getting it wrong. They're not researching, they're not verifying the information they're getting taught from any educator, large Forex education company, anywhere. They're not validating, they're not confirming and verifying this information. So now, why 90% Forex traders fail? One of the main things on the list is the resources. The resources. The resources are, for example, where are you getting this information? What social media platform out there are you searching? Because you know what most people do. They go to YouTube, they go to Google, they go to um, what all these other websites that got platforms that teach you how to trade Forex. So the masses, just think about it like this: 90% are doing this. 90% are going to these same resources to collect this information on how to trade Forex. So now, since 90% is looking for this, if I want to start a business lying, teaching Forex, I can do so easily because they're already the same. It's already the same information out there in rotation that continuously to get taught to the Forex traders, which is the same strategies, the indicators, that on all the information that's getting taught over and over. So the resources is one of the most misleading things on how you're going to lose in this Forex trading, how you're going to fail, because you're getting misled on the resources, on who you think is the source to this information you're getting from. The same 90%, 89% of people that you're getting this information from, they're getting it from the same source. So, and they're teaching you they're teaching you guys the same strategy, the same information, if that makes sense. Think about it. Just like school. You go to school, they teaching everybody the same shit before you can graduate, so everybody know the same shit. But that don't mean that information is verified. Who verified it? Just because that teacher told you that, you're gonna believe it. Our parents teach us things growing up in life because they don't want to, hurt our feelings, or they feel we're too young to understand or whatnot. But most of the time, the lies have to stop. The lies have to stop. Just like the Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, the all the lies, all the things that goes on. And those just a couple of examples, not just those. It's so many things that we're lied to about in our life growing up, and so many things we're told to do and told this is right, told this is wrong. Until we verify it and experience it for ourselves, you will never know. So the resources, check the resources. A lot of these large companies that's teaching this Forex is not giving you the right resources. They want your money, and they're going to keep you in every month to get your money, teaching you give you the same information you can get from any other resource. And that's, like I said, YouTube, Google, Instagram, any books you read. I'm pretty sure it's going to teach you the same 90% information. Magazines, PDFs, pretty much everything is teaching you the same information. And now with the information, the thing with the information is the information is the same as you getting the resource. So all these resources are kicking out the same information, and then the same information that all these these new Forex traders are learning, they're developing this same strategy. That same strategy is trading support resistance lines. The trend is your friend, trying to confirm the trend. Actually, when they get so involved in the technical analysis that they're starting to believe that these trend lines and these lines they're placing on these charts actually exist in the market. They don't. They're just a technical analysis to help you identify what's going on. People get so attached subconsciously to this market that whatever they see is they start to believe. So, no, that's a lot. But the information, the strategy, the same strategy they teaching you, these same resources are kicking out the same information that's teaching you the same strategy. Like I said, the trading support and resistance lines, that's not how you trade. The breakout traders, trading breakouts and waiting for these so many candlesticks, this candlestick, that candlestick, this double top, this that is so much out there when a lot of this information is incorrect and not even necessary at all. So the strategy they're teaching you in most Forex educators that's teaching you the strategy are making money based off of the strategy they developed learning this. Trust and believe they all had their losses and downs. Their time they were down with this trading on this journey. So you have to understand that they all developed a strategy and they stick with that strategy. So for them to try to teach you the strategy, and some people can catch on to that strategy because they might think similar to that individual, but some people won't because we all are different. Some people can see things different. Some people understand it quicker than others. So that's saying that that strategy might work for this person, but it might not work for you. So you have to keep that in mind when learning to become a Forex trader. You have to develop your own strategy within what you have learned, within the information you have obtained. And hopefully it's the right information because like me, I'm telling you this, guys, from experience. I was one of the traders who was failing in this market, and I knew why, and I figured out why I was failing is because I was part of the 90%. I was getting taught the same information. I joined the company. I'm not going to say that company's name. That company is still in existence, and it's sad to see that traders are still getting manipulated through them, as well as other large companies out there that's teaching false information. There is a company that I learned from, and an educator and a guy that is great and awesome, and he is probably like one of the only other, probably a couple more other companies out there that's teaching this correct information. But I'll shout out to that guy. Pretty sure I actually paid to join his company when I was going through my struggles, to learn this Forex trading. But there's not a lot of resources out there that's going to teach you this correct information. I had to unlearn all this information I learned to relearn this. And that information was the retail strategy, the retail structure, the way the whole mindset is all it is. This is all the retail strategy. They teach you all these resources is going to teach you the retail strategy. The information is going to teach you a retail strategy, and the strategy is based on retail, as well as the indicators that lag, and some indicators is and can be helpful, but for the most part, all you need to worry about is price action and the manipulation and understanding that part. The indicators, they lag. They're not going to help you as well either. Same with the information that most traders do. They go from indicator to indicator, strategy to strategy, and as they're doing that, they're blowing their accounts because they're over leveraging, and then they become the 90%. So, and they quit. They quit. They can't take it no more because they're not they're not back testing. You have to back test in this market. Like I tell my students all the time, you have to back test. You can't just come into the market every day and not understand what's going on the previous week, the previous weeks before that, or what's going on with the structure. You have to understand that, because what we teach at Generational Wealth, we don't trade retail. We teach market manipulation, the market structure, on what is and who is controlling this market, and how is the algorithm moving based off our back testing. Not nothing else, based off not no resources. It's not based off other resources and other information and strategies. It's based off of the strategies and information and shit is based off of our back testing. It's based off of that. The reason I'm successful in my Forex trading is because I back tested this over and over, and I've seen it for myself after my mentor at the time, when I was a part of this 90%. After I back tested him and confirmed and verified everything that he taught me, and I seen it for myself. So once I started to do that, I stuck to it. I developed my own strategy because now I had the information. I obtained the information from the correct resource because there's not many resources out there. I developed my strategy within that information I obtained, as well as I had to unlearn all that information I learned before with them companies, that 90%. I had to unlearn and relearn and look at the market a whole different way. Now, this was a struggle for me because, I love information, but when you develop so much information, it takes a while to get certain information out of your brain in order to relearn it. It does. So I had to go through this, guys. That's why I'm telling you this. I had to go through this to learn. A lot of Forex traders, they join the company and they're quitting because they don't understand. They're confused, or they're over trading. They're over trading. They don't understand the lot sizes. They don't understand the leverage. You have to understand all of that. You have to understand the stop loss. You have to understand the take profit. You have to understand to calculate the pips. Because if you don't understand that, you're not going to be able to calculate the money. You're not going to understand none of it. You're over leveraged. That means you're just trading to trade, which you're going to continuously lose. So traders, they over trade. They're not consistent. You have to back test. You have to back test 3 to 5 times a week. You have to be in the market, and like I said, know what's going on with the previous week at least. You have to know what's the structure. Where is it at? You just can't just get into the market because you think you see a M or W formation or whatnot, and it's just still Asian session. Like, you have to. There is a structure that is taking place that is confirmed in Generational Wealth through our back testing that we have seen over and over, and I preach this over and over. And I think the problem is everyone is looking for a PDF step by step, or look for this candlestick, this time. Now you have to understand, when I teach you a certain strategy on how the market is moving. The basics of all that resources should have taught you. That's what I'm teaching you in Generation. I'm teaching the basic of the resources of how this market is moving. So it's up to you to take the information from my resource, from Generational Wealth, obtain that information, study that information, verify that information, develop a strategy within that information off of what I am teaching you. The M and W formations, the London session, the weekly cycle, daily cycle, the ADR, etc. It's so much. Take that information and you have to put it to use with the strategy. Like, if you don't put it to use with the strategy, that is the step-by-step. There's no step-by-step with this market. This is a manipulation tactic that's going on. I don't think people understand the manipulation in it. The manipulation is to think you see the market going in one direction and then it moves the opposite direction. So you have to understand that the reason they're losing because the market is telling you that it's an uptrend based off the resources and information you already obtained. It's not working. You seeing higher highs, higher lows, trend lines, support resistance, all you think is going to break here and it goes the other way. It's because of your resource, your information you get, as well as the strategy you're trading. You know, you're not learning it right. So you have to understand the basics of the structure first. This game is a manipulation game. It's manipulating traders. That's why they're losing. It's manipulating you to think the market is going this direction to take your money. Now, there's, like I said, there's no step-by-step on every day to look for this, look for that. You have to understand the information we're teaching here, you at Generational Wealth, in the strategy we're teaching here, the basic strategy. There's not no, like I said, it's not a step-by-step guide like everyone's looking for. Take this information, the resources, and see it. You see it playing out. Take the risk. What are you so scared about? You know, you're not gonna learn just sitting back and thinking, oh, that might be a trade. You have to take the risk. You have to back test. You have to understand the market. It's manipulation. That is the key to this this Forex market. Manipulation. Understand the manipulation throughout the weekly cycle. They want you to think the market going in this direction, and then they fool you. Every week is happening. This was 2 weeks ago on gold. 2 weeks ago on gold. Same weekly structure that we teach in Generational Wealth over and over. How the market opens on Sunday, Monday, for example, here, creates that uptrend. We see it's already in this uptrend. It's already in this uptrend. It's moving up. Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, creating that trend. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, reverses it. Same thing we teach over and over in this weekly structure. And you see, and this is happening. Look, this happened. Information. This is what I teach you. To look for the highs, trade off of highs and lows. That's what you want to do. Look for the highs and lows. This is a high. Previous day high, previous week high, previous month, etc. The highs and the lows is where the liquidity at and where is the manipulation is scaring people out because they're waiting for the break and the retest and all that shit to take the trade. M&W formation right here off Wednesday, Thursday. Like I said, weekly cycle structure reverses the market. We know when the market's going to reverse. We know which session reverse it. We know London session. We understand New York session. I preach it over and over. You could back test it and verify it yourself. You see which direction it's going. This is the step-by-step. Follow it. Follow it. The highs and the lows, look at backtest. These confluences are it. The highs and the lows. The New York session. Off of the previous high, we already got the weekly cycle structure going on with the manipulation. We see the manipulation going on right at London session, right at New York session, and it reverses. And look at this, guys. It reverses. I don't want to look too far. This is a couple weeks ago. This is crazy. We caught this move. Look at that. That one trade right there could have tripled, quadrupled your account, and you would have been good. Like people too busy. That's another thing. These strategies they're teaching in this retail mindset is to collect 10 pips, 5, 10, 20 pips and dip. And when this market is moving hundreds and hundreds of pips every day, every week, I would say. And you have to understand when it's going to move. When we teach you that at Generational Wealth. So you don't have to just take 10 pips, every day. Like that 10 pips they getting every day, we're going to get that. We're going to get that. We're going to get more than that. because a setup like this, trading off of this structure, understand the structure, you're going to be able to get in, twin trade, and cash out, hold that trade. Same with this. Same thing it did. Here, highs and the lows. I tell you this, highs and the lows, highs and the lows. Even though we don't trade on Sunday, Monday, that doesn't mean an opportunity is not available. Look at that. Off the highs and the lows, the week started to trend up. 2 weeks is starting to do this now. This has been the second week is trending up. What do we see? The manipulation is it's an uptrend. It's an uptrend. So we identify that. Previous day, one of the trade setups I teach on the weekly structure is the weekly cycle structure is the Tuesday reversal. Now we can get an early midweek Tuesday reversal where the market will reverse on Tuesday, and usually that will occur off Sunday, Monday's high. What do this look like? Sunday, Monday's high, right there, right? What do this one was? Same thing. Tuesday, or no, this was a midweek reversal on Wednesday off what? Tuesday's high. This one was a Tuesday reversal. Information, perfect, beautiful information. Off to Monday, Sunday, Monday's high right there. And this is what I teach you to look for your first trade setup of the week. For off Tuesday, for your Tuesday reversal, you want to look for the trade off of Sunday and Monday's high. Beautiful. I actually just closed this trade. I actually just closed one of the trades of this. It's crazy. Information, and it's this simple, guys. There's no step-by-step. Quit looking for a step-by-step. Understand the market. Understand the manipulation that's going on. Look for the highs and the lows, like I tell you. I mean, I don't understand what is everyone so confused about after you obtain the right information. It's up to you to put it together, to develop that strategy, to have that discipline. Don't trade on certain days if you don't see this happening. Like if you want to trade only on Wednesday or on Thursday, if you see that happening, back test it and confirm it. Confirm it that you see is happening over and over. Like it's that simple. It's not as hard. Forex is not as hard as we making it. It's usually because of the information we obtain that we're not taking the time and learning this the correct way. EU is another trade I caught right here today. Same thing. Reason why I took this trade. You know, same thing. I see the manipulation going on, right? I see the weekly trend right here. Now, I'll tell you, when you place these trend lines on the chart, the retail traders have you thinking that these lines exist. Like the market's gonna come up and actually fucking touch this before it drops. That's not gonna happen all the time. That's not the case here. These lines do not exist in the market. This is just helps us to identify the direction. And that's all I use it for. I don't use the trend, the 3 touches confirming trend and all that. I don't trade that way. I used to, and now I lost a lot of money. But once I start to see this actual trend, what's going on, it helps me with the direction. So I see the direction for the last 2 weeks has been going on this uptrend. So either I'm going to look for my first opportunity, like I said, Tuesday. Off Sunday, Monday's high. When I see the market playing around the high of Sunday, Monday like this, like it's doing here, it's playing around this high of Sunday, Monday here. This is the high. Crosses over to Tuesday. So now I'm looking for my first setup. And of course, I already identified my New York session. I know New York session likes to reverse the market. Once it comes up, it makes a stop hunt right there. Entry, get in for a sale. Like that's the highest risk to reward ratio here. If you get in right there, and if it continues, you got your stop loss set, and it continues, then you good. You take that loss. But if you're not gonna be able, you're gonna have the higher chance risk to reward ratio if you get in, and it goes in the direction which we want it to go, based off understanding this structure. You're gonna know which direction it's going. Tuesday reversal. And this happened, I'm pretty sure. We can find this, I bet, I'm pretty sure, on multiple setups. Look at this. NU. I didn't even take this trade, but look at it. I don't even think I even looked at NU. today. But look at this. How is y'all not understanding this? Look at this shit. Look at these highs and lows. Look at these highs and lows. Look at this. New York session. New York session opened. A couple hours later, nope. Blah. Like highs and the lows, guys. These highs and the lows is everything. You have to understand. The highs and lows will help you out a whole lot. Understanding the structure of the weekly structure and what's going on. Look at that, off these highs, turn off these highs. That's when the reversals come, off these highs and lows. New York, understand New York session, understand London session. You have to take all the confluences that I teach you here in Generational Wealth as your trading strategy and develop your own step by step. And I think that's where a lot of people get caught up because they want that step by step. That's how they need to learn. But you have to understand that when you're trying to manipulate someone, you can't just give them a step by step. You can't tell them the same shit over and over and don't think they're going to catch on. So the market is manipulating. It is doing different tactics, but there's a structure, a strategy that they're teaching that is a basic strategy, which is the weekly structure. In the daily structure, there is a basic, but you have to develop the rest to identify and know when to take your trade setup based off these setups and have the discipline and understand to develop your own strategy within what I'm teaching you. Like, and this works for me. I don't know about anybody else that have tried it, but it seems to be working perfectly fine for a lot of the students as well. So I didn't want to take up too much of your time with this, but it just kind of bothers me seeing so many people continuously fail in this market and they don't know why, and they give up on forex just because they're getting the wrong information. You know, they're not getting the right information at all. So reevaluate who you with and where you're getting this information. You know, a lot of people are being too prideful, you know, with this. You know, you want to make money. The goal is to make money in this, you know, become financial free, at least financial stable enough where you can take care and do better for your family. That is the objective here. That's what we all want. So there's no point of getting over on people, you know, manipulating people out of money. Me personally, I started Generational Wealth to help people. I didn't do it for money. I was fine making the money by myself. I don't need no one to make this money now. So I do this just to help. Just help. Understand that. So to help people, and I'm trying to give as many people the right information as possible to verify the information they're getting is from questioning their company and this information that they're getting out. Thank you, guys.